Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Guys, we are joined today by Matt Dixon, CEO of 𝗕𝗢𝗠𝗀𝗧. For those who do not know, 𝗕𝗢𝗠𝗀𝗧 are the artificial intelligence machine learning platform that gives you cryptocurrency ratings in an unbiased way. These give you up ratings, down ratings, depending on what is going on in the crypto space. Matt has joined us today to actually go through some of his charts and what he sees going on with things like Bitcoin and Sand and 𝗕𝗘 and various other cryptocurrencies. Guys, as we get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. Really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then do go ahead and subscribe. Tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, with all that said, done, and out of the way, let's jump on down to the desktop and welcome Matt to the show.
Hi guys, hi Cheeky Crypto. Great to be with you again. So we've had a really interesting week once again. I hope some of you guys got on some of the trades that we identified last week. We identified turning points, and you can see here when we look straight away at the Bitcoin chart, obviously the big leader of the market and the one that most things are correlated with. And we'll look at a couple that have stood out as well. But just looking at Bitcoin, I always try to use a different one because the market's so correlated. As I always say, we look at Bitcoin here. So from the bottom, you can see the red line here where we've got that strong spike down. Once again, that spike is really a good indication that the market, the downside was exhausted. The whales jumped in, moved the price up very rapidly. They wipe out a lot of stop losses when you get those spikes down. And so it's a great opportunity to jump in the market quickly, and hopefully some of you did. We see a strong move up there, quite an impulsive move from that point at the bottom. And that's what I now call the invalidation point. So any movement below that point means that our wave count is invalidated, and we'd have to reassess and check whether we're right. But at the moment, everything looks to be on track. So we've got this strong impulsive move up from the bottom. And I've actually labeled it here. We've got an extended wave 1. Normally within Elliott wave, wave 3 is normally the biggest wave. And an extended wave would normally need to be at least 1.618 times the next wave or the previous wave, whichever one it is. So if you're looking at wave 3, you'd normally expect it to be a minimum of 1.618 times wave 1. Here we've got an extended wave 1, which was more than 1.618 times the next wave, which was the wave 3. So you can have 1, 3, or 5 as extended waves. Most commonly, as I say, is wave 3, but we've got an extended wave 1, a very rapid impulsive move up in wave 1. We've got an A, B, C move down in wave 2. And again, if you look at on a shorter time frame, look at the Fibonacci extensions there, you'll see the relationships that are there between the A wave down and the C wave down. It's again amazing. And then from the bottom wave 2 here, we got a wave 3 up, then a small wave 4 down, a final wave 5 up. So those 5 waves made up the blue wave 1. And from that wave 1, we've been in corrective mode. Corrective means against the trend. So the move up from the bottom was the new trend upwards. That's with the trend upwards. And we've got a corrective trend downwards, which is very corrective, very choppy. So you can see the first move up was kind of impulsive, strong move up in a wave 1. Then we've got a corrective. I've got it here labeled as A, B, C, which gives us a wave 2. Now that wave 2, you can never be quite certain, especially with these corrections, whether your correction is complete. But this is why, again, I say start phasing your trades in and don't put all your eggs in at once to spread those trades. So once you see us go below this level here, this was an alert I had where to start accumulating. So you start accumulating here. So you may have missed the spike here and even the move up, but you know from the wave 1, you're going to get a correction down in wave 2. That's the area you really want to be looking to buy, because as I say, normally the extended wave is wave 3. So if you start accumulating around this sort of level, and the wave C, by the way, was exactly equal to wave A, so you know where to start accumulating. That's why I had it indicated beforehand as an alert. That's where I want to start accumulating on this particular trade. And I'll be accumulating all the way along here. Now we've had, again, this could have been the end, the wave 2 here, or we may still potentially have a further little push down, but we cannot break this down here, the invalidation point, 42,000 on Bitcoin. If we do, we need to completely reassess. And that's where our manual stop losses will be triggered. So wherever you bought in, if it breaks below this level, I would manually get out of these trades. You will take a loss, and you have to learn to take losses as part of trading, but you minimize those losses. If you break this point, as I say, the wave count's invalidated. So you step out of the trades and look for the next, you'll reassess, look at the wave count and look where to start accumulating again. So right now I've accumulated, we're in profit. We could actually still theoretically break below this 45,800 level, which was, it's my target level to buy. We could still break below there as long as we don't break below 42. So let's just give you an overall picture of where the market's going. I'm looking here on the 4 hour. We can even look at longer term daily chart to see the bigger picture, that we had a big A down on Bitcoin, B up, and a big C down with this long spike. And that's the spike we just spoke about on the shorter term chart. And then we've had a 1 up, A, B, C down. So long term, things are looking very promising, and I think we're going to reach new all-time highs. So Q1 is looking really exciting for Bitcoin and for the rest of the market. So moving on to XRP, one of my favorites. It's one that was upgraded by 𝗕𝗓. So if you're not following 𝗕𝗓, you do need to follow. We're doing a lot of upgrades. There's a lot of action going to be happening in the Q1 again. We've massively expanded our dev team here, so a little bit of inside information. We're bringing on a massive new dev team to accelerate what we're doing, to start to deliver on our milestones, and to really set us apart from a lot of the cryptos that are out there. We're very well funded, and things are looking very, very bright. The marketing is also looking to really step up. So 𝗕𝗓 is looking bright, but in terms of the recommendations and the ratings that 𝗕𝗓 are giving, this is really empowering people to make some serious money. So XRP was one of those that was upgraded recently. And again, we got a very good signal. There's a perfect extension here. Again, if I step out a little bit onto the daily, just to show you where we got this from. So the W wave down, from the top here, we got a W wave down, which is made up of ABC. We got an ABC up in the X wave. And then we got the Fibonacci. So if you start on the top of that wave there, down to the A wave, that's 100%. Move that to the top of the X wave here, and we got a 1.618. And the wave labeling, and I have to double check, but basically we've got 3 down, 3 up, and this is probably a 3 down here, ABC 3 down, to exactly 1.618. It's really good when you see those Fibonacci extensions to the very cent, let alone dollar. So we got a good low point here on XRP. From there, we've had a strong move up. Now XRP, of course, they're participating in the airdrop with 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘. I think you have to hold XRP on the 24th, that's tomorrow, to participate and get, I think it's about 20% of your holding you get in 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘. So there's a number of reasons. Obviously, you can look at all the charting, the technical, you can look at fundamental news, which is this solo news. There was every reason to be buying in here, to start scaling in, and I've been telling people on my Twitter feed, which is @MDTrade. I give regular updates on a daily basis there. So I've been telling people from certainly from the 80 levels to be buying in, and we hit over $1 today. So 25%, somewhere around 25% gain from where we started to really recommend. And it was an upgrade by 𝗕𝗓. The token's been upgraded. So if we call this a big W, a big X, and a big Y, it means that we're going to be reaching new all-time highs. Well, not all-time highs, sorry, but new highs above this X wave. So above the, above this level 143. So we're looking for XRP at some point before it breaks below the Y wave. It should break above the beginning of this cycle, which is 143. So we're still looking at very substantial gains. You're looking at close to 50% gain even from here. Now, even if we get some downside, it shouldn't break the low point here. So again, don't put everything in, but you could have started scaling in, holding your position, and you're going to be looking at a 50% gain. Minimum, it should be well above that. So a very, very promising trade that was identified initially with an upgrade from 𝗕𝗓𝗪. So just moving on to, again, one of those that I've focused on a lot recently. Looking at 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 here. Again, we got a W wave, an A, a B, so an A up, then we got an ABC for a B down. This looked like it was manipulated, bit of price manipulation here. The spike was just too rapid. It was in just a matter of a few moments, the price spiked down. So bit of manipulation there from the market makers or the whales, whoever it might have been, knocking some of those long trades out. And then basically that allows the price then to move up as it did. And we've seen a good move up there, possibly a wave 1, wave 2 down, and we're moving up again quite aggressively. So 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 is looking really promising. And once again, I'm looking at some substantial gains here for the X wave. I mean, we're looking at more than double where we are now. So I think some very good potential gains there. We could still see a little bit more downside short term. But as I say, the low point there shouldn't break below that. But certainly we're looking at really good upside. So again, Q1 is looking really exciting. Moving on to Litecoin, another exciting one. Fibonacci extensions are all, again, perfect measurements. We've got the B wave and the A wave related. So we may or may not have seen the low point here. There may still be a further correction just a little bit lower, because my actual target for this was 127. And it may or may not drop down to that point. So again, I'd just be scaling in very gradually here. So from the low point, I would be looking at a gradual scaling, not big positions. You need to diversify within your individual holdings within particular cryptos, but also between various cryptos, because they're not all entirely correlated. And we'll see that in a moment. Another pick from 𝗕𝗓𝗪 I'll show you in a moment. But if you try to diversify in terms of the buy levels, so you're scaling in at different levels, and also in terms of various cryptos that you buy, then that protects you in the best possible way. And with the support of a wave count here, we've got a very clear WX, Y wave down. We're somewhere in a region where you need to start scaling in and accumulating on Litecoin as well. Upside looking amazing. Should be able to see tremendous gains in Q1. Sandbox. I mean, basically, I think that wave 4 is in place here. So we've got a wave 1 up, 2 down, 3 up, very well extended. Wave 3 to an exact Fibonacci extension there. The wave 4 down, which was an ABC 4 down. So a typical wave 4 is actually quite a deep wave 4 here. Again, we're just messing about. Probably time to start accumulating, to be accumulating some more here, because I think we're going to break above the previous high on the wave 3 here. So again, looking promising. So all of the cryptos we're looking at, they've consolidated, they've moved down in a corrective wave in 3 waves, which means we should be expecting new move up above the previous cycle wave. Everyone's interested in Hero, in all these meta projects. So again, you've got a very clear W, a very clear ABCX down. We're looking at a Y wave, which should take us above this W. So again, we're looking at probably 100% minimum move up on here. So just time to be scaling in. Again, various levels, don't put all your eggs in at once, but looking really promising. 𝗕𝗓𝗪, one of our favorites, again, came out well on the ratings. Very, very clear moves here with an A wave, which was a typical 5-wave A wave move down, a B wave move up, and a C wave. So 535 here, which is a zigzag correction. Again, looking really good. And then from the bottom here, from this C wave down here, we've had a 1, 2, 3, wave 4, and we're looking to move up in in the near future to new all-time highs there. So we've had the ABC correction, so we should be moving up above the $7. So we're looking at some really good gains there. finally, I just wanted to touch on one that came up on the ratings. I think it was today or yesterday, came up on the eBay ratings. So people jumped in on this because there's a lot of people actually follow the eBay ratings. And when it was upgraded on eBay, I think it was something like C3 to, I can't actually remember the upgrade it had, but it had a massive upgrade. So it's just an opportunity to jump in, and the upgrade was actually at the bottom of the candle here. So at time to get in at 15, it's already 18. So you're already seeing what, 20% gain already in just a very short period of time. It's looking a very impulsive move here. And I just tried to look at what was the most probable wave count here. Looks as though it's potentially some kind of triangle. Now, a triangle is either a wave B or a wave 4. Either way, this is basically a bear flag, sorry, a bull flag, not bear flag, a bull flag. So from the high here, we're moving down. It's a bull flag, and it's moved down with 3 waves down to A, 3 waves up to B, 3 waves down to C, 3 waves up to D. And the E wave, normally they'll follow trend lines, but the E wave can either undershoot or overshoot. It doesn't normally lie on the actual supporting trend line. If I were to put the supporting trend line here, you'll find that the E wave doesn't normally lie on it. It undershoots or overshoots. On this occasion, looks as though undershot this. I'll put the trend line in for you. Sorry about this. So just looking at the A wave here, just a very rough trend line here. So you can see that the trend line here, AC trend line, was the E wave didn't reach it, undershoot, but that's perfectly normal for a triangle. Triangle is a pre-terminal wave, which means the next wave should be the final wave in this particular cycle, but it's a relatively new crypto. So from this 4th wave, where we were buying in around the 15 level, as I say, we're already at the 18 level, but we're looking at more than double. So from the break from this triangle, a thrust from the triangle, which is the final move higher, you can see I've got the arrow in here, should be moving substantially higher. So this was a fantastic spot by eBay that fits very well with the wave count. There's not an awful lot to do on Fibonacci extensions here because there isn't enough data really. You need to have a fully liquid token with plenty of data, and it's not been really going long enough. The market's still a little bit thin on INX here, but it's still worth a punt. But I wouldn't be putting too much into it. As I say, it's a fairly thin market, but it's one that's worth just one of those, putting a little bit in, tucking it away, and you could be looking at some really good gains here, possibly 2 or 3x. Wouldn't be unusual for this type of token with this sort of potential, with the upgrade it's got from eBay, which again looks at all the various factors, 9 different factors it's identifying and looking at, and within each of those factors it's looking at as many as 20 odd different indicators, and it's using the latest AI and ML technology to bring all that data together to come out with the actual ratings. And the rating here was, as I say, upgraded quite substantially, fitting in perfectly with the triangle formation here and the thrust higher that we're expecting. So you're already 30% up on this one. So do keep an eye on the eBay rating upgrades, because they're great opportunities and indicators and identifiers to know which tokens to get into and when. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas and look forward. We should be on again next week. And do follow me on the daily Twitter, where you'll get daily updates to give you a little bit more idea of where we think we're going in the market. So thanks a lot and see you soon. Bye-bye.
And that was Matt Dixon, CEO of 𝗖𝗢.io. Guys, if you have found this useful and informative, then do hit that like button. Really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then do go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, with all that said, done, and out of the way, then I do wish everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.